Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Means I salute to all the great Mahatmas and Gurus who have conveyed the ultimate truth to the humanity for the sake of self-realization. They have not only guided people into self-realization but very beautiful life, living, how to live, how to progress, how to practice, how to help society, everything they have guided. Here, these lectures on Vivekachudamani highlights the ultimate truth, nothing less than that. So I take the opportunity to deliver certain points based upon my life experiences and what is the most important to know in the spiritual way of life towards the self-realization. Hence, you have to be very committed to listen this lecture. I request your attention and my humble request, because it is coming in media. If you are in my presence, you will be extremely attentive. I know that. If you are coming to a guru, you are already committed. There is no wavering. There is a vibe in the physical presence. There is a meaning in the physical presence and listening physically. However, for the benefit of many people, at least very few people, I am talking to very sensitive and very sincere people, few only, maybe 2, 3, or 5 in this group. I am talking for their sake. Others may be hundreds, they may not be serious. I am not bothered about them. However, I am concerned about them. I think they should also listen. What is listening? This kind of topic you cannot skip, you cannot assume, you cannot project your own idea. What happens in spiritual listening is you project before the guru talks, you project your ideas. Just seeing a guru physical form, physical activity, people pass judgments, they lose the guru immediately. There is no way. They see so many people are committed, so many people are working with Guruji, but they can't see the reasons. Why? Because they have their own conditioned mind and their own judgments. They are obstructions to the truth. Not only seeing a guru, even reading a book, the judgments will come and they will never learn. So what is the listening is a great discipline, humbleness, and anyway, when you start listening, you know internally that you want to know. You want to know the higher truth. That means you don't know. You don't know the complete truth. That is very clear. But ego cannot accept that. Ego will not accept it. That is very natural. I can understand. Even I was like that. But that is not an excuse to skip listening, not to pass judgments from your own conditioning, which is not at all based upon ultimate truth. It is based upon materialistic living, greed, selfishness, and adharma. How can you pass a judgment? So, these are all normal things. The word adharma I use in relations with spiritual self-realization. What is dharma here in this way? So the dharma varies place to place. Like what is the dharma of a father? It's different. Dharma of the same person when he goes to the work. Dharma of a thief is different. Dharma of the politician, he assumes his own dharma. Like that. Dharma of a sincere king is different. Like that. But in spiritual listening, dharma means you have to understand the ultimate truth. So accordingly are you living. So in this relative comparison, this adharma, because you have not followed. If you read Taittiriya Upanishad, you will understand. Suppose Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, it is all told. If somebody is not adhering to this, he is adharmavati, adharma. You can see so many people are not following this, but they are good people. They are not cheating anyone. So in this way, they are adharmavati. So this is little higher. But in spiritual learning, it is much higher. So you should be committed to the self-realization, moksha. So Sankaracharya calls them as the mumukshu, not less than that. So dharma means way of life. Adharma means you are away from the way of that particular life. So I have given certain examples to explain that. I hope you understand. So here that one person or two persons listening sincerely will get benefited. It will be like that only. I know that because Adi Shankara himself had only 4 disciples. Lakhs and people coming around your Guruji don't get self-realization. They want some grace, some help, some karmic unburdening, some karmic healing. That's all. For them, if somebody says, if you go to this Guru, your karyam will be achieved and go. If one person goes, 100% goes. That is different. That is a side effect of a Mahatma. But if you ask Mahatma, Satya Sai, if you ask Osho, if you ask Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi, the only thing they want to give you is the highest jewel, highest priced jewel. But you are asking for charcoal, you are asking for metal, you are asking for gold, something like that. That's what they say. So this is I am explaining so that you will concentrate on listening. Another discipline is jumping from one audio to another audio. Is a that means you are spoiling your own mind, your own discipline. When the mind jumps from one to other, one to other, you become the mind becomes more monkeyness. Already it is a monkey jumping from one to other. Then you are giving more training to the monkey how to jump. So the training, you must understand mind you have to train. Mind has to train mind. Here you means your mind training your mind. So this is a great discipline. There was no such problem previously before this media coming. I hope everybody understands. But you are not satisfied, you jump into another because there is choice. Even if you are reading materially, anything materialistic, You cannot be jumping unless you are a great expert. Even you can see the very intelligent person, very knowledgeable person, if you give him the book in that subject, he is very knowledgeable. The most intelligent person will go through word by word passionately, and with sincerity. That made him great person. They don't jump. So unfortunate that the world is in this situation. We were never in this situation. That's why you need a classroom. You cannot jump. You cannot jump ahead of the subject. If you are sitting in a physics class, you will not be jumping to chemistry, maths within your mind. That is called classroom. So let this become a classroom for you. Now I go to the very important sloka. Katham jalam tat katham arkabimbam vihaya sarvam nirikshayate arkaha तटस्थयेतत्त्रितयावभाषकः स्वयं प्रकाशो विदुषा यथा तथा. Beautiful slogan. This contains everything, everything. Ghatam, jalam, datkatam, arkabimbam. So four things here. Ghatam means pot, mud pot. In that there is jalam, water. Datkadam, arkabimbam. There is movement of, there is movement of the sun. Image of the sun is seen in that water. There is water in the pot. In that water, image of the sun is seen. Vihaya sarvam vinirikshate arkaha. So you have to transcend this, all these things, sarvam, with ikshaya means looking, proper looking. If you, he gives so many adjectives, we need, so we need, all these things insist perfect looking, uncontaminated, unpolluted looking, will reveal you it is nothing but arkaha, sun. Tadastaha, tadastaha means the knowledgeable person. Tadastaha means one who sees this, and balanced person. Etat tritaya avabhashakaha. All these three, tritaya, all these three, avabhashakaha, they are not shining on their own. Vihaya sarvam vinirikshaya arkaha. If you see clearly, you will see it is nothing but the action of the sun. Sun is the reason for all these three things reflecting. They are all only reflections because of the sunlight. If there is no sun, you cannot see the ghatam, you can't see the pot, you can't see the water. So where will you see the image of the sun? So it is all these three are of the sun, of the sun. They don't have any self-reflection. Hope I am clear. So this is the most important point you have to understand. It means Ghatam is not self-revealing. It cannot reveal itself. It is revealed because of the sunlight. Understand? So the object cannot be seen if the sunlight falls on it and reflected into your eyes. This should be very clear to understand this Atma Vicharam. Swayam Prakasam is like that. Atma is Prakasam. Atma is self-revealing. Ghatam is not self-revealing. Sun is self-revealing. You don't need another sun to see the sun. You don't need another light to see a lamp. You don't need another light to see the LED bulb which is shining. Understand? But here Ghatam needs external light to be seen. Jalam needs external light to be seen. Bimbam is also requiring external light. All these three. That's why he called Tritaya. All these three. Avabhashakaha. They are not self-revealing, self-shining. Swayam Prakasam. Swayam Prakasaka Vidusha Yathatata. Like that, he gave the example. So from that example, Tata, like that example, Vidusha means the knowledgeable person, intelligent person knows that Swayam Prakasaka. He is the Atma is the Swayam means Atma, what is inside is self-revealing. It doesn't need another light to be seen. The light does not need another light to be seen. The light itself is self-revealing. If there is a lamp in the room, you don't bring another lamp to see that lamp. Understand? If the sun is shining, you don't show your torchlight to see the sun. So here Ghatam, Jalam, Arka Bimbam, all these things are what? Body, mind and thoughts. Bimbam means non-existent. Thoughts, they are floating, no material, just floating. You can think this and leave it and think another thing within next second. No problem. The previous thought does not obstruct your new thought. It appears so. But when you think one thing, the what you were thinking previously is gone. Just imagine what you have been thinking 5 minutes ago. Please go back, go back. You will see nothing. You will see emptiness, irrelevant. It is just like the dog chasing the car. Once the car is gone, the dog looks very pathetic, empty, like that. So when the thoughts are gone, there is emptiness. No irrelevant thoughts were there. That's what you will think. But while you are thinking, the thought is such a golden thing, such a precious thing. This is called Maya, Bimbam, image. Ghatam, this physical body. Physical body. Physical body, mind, and intellect, everything is shining because of the Atma. Ghatam, Jalam, that image of the sun, all are shining because of the sun. Here includes image of the sun. See, image of the sun. Here, image of the Atma. Here, image of the Atma. So, just because it is reflecting the sun, it cannot assume that I am the sun. So just because you study about the Atma self-realization, It can remain like the image of the sun if it is not really achieved. It is such a strong message. It's such a egoistic problem. The jalam is reflecting the sun, so the jalam thinks, I am possessing the sun. I am the owner of the sun because the image of the sun is because of me. It is in the water. Like that, the mind will lead you to elusive conclusions. Then the life will be miserable. You have to come back. You have to come back every time you go miserable. That is the facility given by the God. Everybody goes astray, useless, in the wrong direction. Everyone goes. Then the choice is given by the God to come back and go into the right direction. That is grace of the God. We have to always pray for the grace of the God. People ask what to do. What to do? How do I know that I am traveling properly? Nobody knows. But just to pray. Just to pray to the God and His grace to help you. That is the only thing. Then if you are very sincerely praying, the grace will descend in multitudes. In multitudes. You will start enjoying the anubhava experiences. You must always remember the thought process is like that images of the sun. That is not you. Atma is giving its energy, giving its light so that thoughts are induced, produced. Atma is giving its light so that your body is there. The body is byproduct of the Atma. Body is not Atma. Because of Atma, body is there. Because of Atma, mind is there. Because of Atma, all thought process, all imaginations, all intelligence, all foolishness, all ignorance, all knowledge, everything is there. This must be the understanding. So I take you to this sloka number 219 of Vivekachudamani. And many slokas are like that. In this, there is an example of Ghatam, Jalam, Bimbam, Arka Bimbam. Arka means the sun. It's very beautiful. If you go through the slokas, you may not understand fully because it is told to the perfect disciples. It is told to the disciples who have given up all the greeds and needs and came to the path of mumukshu. Moksha is the only thing in my life. Like that they came. I have so many videos. This is one. Now the situation is like that. So for them, he simply told two lines, that's all. But for others, it is to be explained. That's why there are so many commentaries for the sake of, for the love of people. We love everyone to be enlightened. We like to remove all the miseries from your mind, from your suffering. This will remain the same. This truth will remain the same whatsoever you argue, whatsoever you think. Unless you come to the agreement in acceptance to this sloka. Swayam Prakasaka Atma is self revealing, and because of the self shining of Atma, it shines. So there is body, so there is mind, so there is thoughts. There are thoughts. Basic source is Atma. Okay. I can tell another crude example like a man lives without one hand. He can live. Some people live without two hands by accident. They lost two hands, but still they are living. Some people live both hands and both legs are gone by accident. They live. They live normally. Mentally, everything is safe. You have seen the very big scientist, the whole body was not functioning, but he was living. The brain was functioning. Like that, body is like two hands, mind is like two legs. Without them, Atma is there. Understand? The functioning of the body, without the functioning of the body, that means thought process, you are still living, Atma will be there. Atma will be there. Atma is different from these two legs, two hands, and functioning of the body. Can you understand this? This is a very direct example. I am not telling that living, the person who lives knows this. I am not telling. It is not an 100% exact example. There is some difficulty in this, but you understand the essence of this example. Atma is not the body, Atma is not the mind. Without the body, without the mind, Atma will be more revealing. So if you are stuck with the body, if you are stuck with mind, you cannot realize the Atma. So you should be able to drop these things from your thought processes. You should be able to negate. It is called a negation. Just negate. Na iti, na iti, neti, neti. The word negate comes from neti. Na iti, na iti, neti, neti, neti. So, most important point, another point is self realization is something different from the materialistic life. Both have opposite laws, opposite rules and regulations. Kindly understand that. So don't confuse from your materialistic dharmas, materialistic rules and regulations with the moksha, with the self realization. Deal them separately. Deal them materialistic life with your knowledge, with your brain power, with guidance of many other people, with learning so many things. Spirituality is not connected with that. One jnani is there. Is in those days they concentrate only on spirituality. Those days never bothers about anything. But Janaka Maharaja is considered one of the great jnani. He took care of the whole nation and still remained jnani. Today, everyone should practice Janaka Maharaja's example. Example. Because we are in the land of actions. But one should understand whatever I was talking is internal. It is going to be within you. But when it comes into worldly activities, You have to deal that worldly activities as it is with dharma. So if we act worldly activities, dharma means don't affect others, give what you want, what you like to the others. I want peace, I give to others. I want happiness, I give to others. I want prosperity, I try to help others to be prosperous. I want knowledge, I help others to attain knowledge. Are you doing this? This is what dharma. So everyone should understand. All great Mahatmas, Buddha, everyone told the same thing. The Taittiriya Upanishad. It is told first in Taittiriya Upanishad. But this quotation is famous from Buddhism. Let it be. But it is first told thousands of years. Give what you want the most to others. It will come back to you. It will come back to you. One more thing. It is law of karma. That is a different topic. So with this, I insist to don't confuse from the spiritual path and the materialistic path. It can be balanced. It can be balanced, nicely balanced. Like two legs. You walk with two legs, not one leg. So when you walk with two legs, there is more harmony, more happiness, more balance, more perfection, more progress. If you walk with one leg, it's very difficult to walk. The distance covered by two legs cannot be covered by the one leg. This is the time of Kali Yuga. We are not talking about the era of 2000 years before. Don't compare, please. This is what being insisted by all these present jnanis who have gone through all these great scriptures. They appear that you should run away from the world. That means you have to remove one leg and walk. It appears, but it is not so. They talk about only one leg. There is no need of talking about the other leg. It may be talked by somebody else. Maybe by the teacher, acharya, parents, society. They will teach you. This is taught by the jnani. So one leg is explained. Another leg you may be learning from others. Walk with two wings. Fly with two wings. Osho says, fly with two wings. Or you want to cut one wing. This is a quite interesting lecture. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it gives meaning to your life. And by listening this, already you might be healed from your unnecessary sufferings, imaginary sufferings. All sufferings are imaginations. They will be washed away. Om Namah Shivaya. God bless you. Arunachala blesses you. All gurus bless you for great life. Fly with two wings. Om Namah Shivaya.